What's going on, guys? The Great King 22 here, and today we're here with some more off-season stuff. Checking out something that happened 2 hours ago, as of recording. Raiders trade tight end Darren Waller to the Giants. I don't know much about the deal because I just saw it an hour ago. I guess Giants fleeced the Raiders. Apparently, I just saw McAfee right there. But yeah, let's check it out. I don't know much about the deal, so I just know Darren Waller, top 5 tight end. I think he just signed a recent deal as well. I don't know how long the deal was for, but he just signed one recently. I think last year or the year before. So he's still on his same deal that he just signed, and so it's a little more pricey, I'd say. But he's still a top 5, right?
Waller to the Giants. That's been confirmed by our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones. Las Vegas will reportedly receive a third-round pick in this year's draft in return for the tight end. The Pro Bowler has spent the past 5...
A third-round pick? When is the pick?
The Raiders, though hampered by a hamstring injury last year, appearing in just... For more on this, let's now welcome in our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones.
The 100th overall pick? Okay, so the 100th overall pick for Darren Waller. I don't know what his contract is, and I think he's like either close to 30 or like right above 30. I don't know in terms of age-wise. It's hard to remember because even if you play like past Maddens, the ages change each year. So like you'll see an age in Madden 21, and well, you think of that age, right? So you don't really remember too much. But either way, Darren Waller's a top 5 tight end, and to get him for a third-round pick, 100th overall, especially when the Giants are in need of it, right? The Giants are in need of more weapons for Daniel Jones, because that was the whole story last year, right? It's Daniel Jones' turnaround season with who? Who do they have, right? So they got, I'm trying to think of their names, right? Sterling Shepard and one other person I can't think of. The guy from the Lions who was out the entire season, who I think they cut at the end of this season. I can't remember his name. But yeah, definitely need some more catching options. Okay, so this year's 12.5, and apparently he's been out on injuries past 2 years. I guess that makes sense why he went for a third, because that's what they'll leverage, right? They'll be like, hey, he's been injured. This is a big contract we're picking up, saving you $13 million. So we'll give you a third-round pick. That's kind of like how it'll go, right?
But as you mentioned, a steady decline. So what does this tell you about the Raiders' plans here? Because now it's
you can't really say it's a steady decline when he's been out with injuries, right? 107 receptions, 2020 single record. It's hard to be like, oh, he's on a decline. Well, he hasn't played every game these past 2 years, so I don't know. Is he really on a decline, or is he just had an unlucky 2 years? You know, it's hard to like say that.
Josh Jacobs, who is none too pleased, according to his Twitter account, with the trade of Darren Waller, and so
I wouldn't either. He's a top guy, and probably a friends with a lot of people in the locker room.
Offense with Josh McDaniels, perhaps those are all going to be what they do. Obviously, the Raiders wind up getting the number 100 overall selection in this upcoming draft.
I do know whoever's picked at number 100 overall, they won't be a Darren Waller, right? There's a very, very high chance they will not be a Darren Waller. Because the draft is a lottery. Let's be honest here. It is a complete lottery. Maybe you bust
Hunter
like you do
Renfrow
most of
is
the time,
right now,
or you
obviously
pop
something
off.
can happen there, but in trading Waller, something that I believe came together rather quickly, I think that's a good sign if you have Hunter Renfrow at the Raiders stock that he should be sticking around.
And what about for the Giants here? Obviously, you know, some flux in their tight end position, but they bring in a guy who's a proven commodity in Waller, another weapon for Daniel Jones.
It's huge for the New York Giants. Again, he has to stay healthy. That's the blanket caveat here. But
I feel like they're saying a lot that I'm saying, right?
They had some money to work with. You know, Joe Shane, the general manager, said that they weren't going to be minimum spending this upcoming year like they did last year, but it didn't mean that they were going to be making a whole bunch of splash moves like we've seen maybe from the Chicago Bears or the Miami Dolphins.
NFL tight end rank, receptions third,
cap number for 2023,
yard per game third, something else I couldn't read.
Franchise tag that's almost $11 million, and so they have a little bit of money to work with. They're going to bring on Darren Waller and his contract, but we know right now the free agent wide receiver market is not very strong. We knew that for some time. They're going to be bringing back Sterling Shepard, of course. I think the Giants could always be interested potentially in an Odell Beckham Jr. if the numbers
Darius Slayton.
Working out.
He just says Sterling Shepard. I think I just remember Darius Slayton as well.
Waller, certainly at the wide receiver position, this gives you a #1 receiving threat finally for Daniel Jones. I don't know that they're going to stop here necessarily.
I would definitely not stop here. But yes, good to have an all reliable, right?
100 overall pick, which you got from the Chiefs when you dealt Kadarius Toney to them a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Tight ends in the lower third of the league last year in terms of receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Our lead.
So they just traded Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller, right? And I was like, hey, yo, Chiefs, I'll give you Kadarius Toney, and Raiders, give us Darren Waller, right? That's basically what happened. Interesting. It's like a little triangle trade. They give Toney, they give third-round pick, they give Darren Waller. So boop-a-boop-boop-boop. But yeah, either way, definitely a pickup Giants need. They definitely need weapons because they just signed Daniel Jones to like a 4-year extension, right? Obviously, if they're going to be believing in Daniel Jones for the future, they need weapons for him, and Darren Waller's one of them. They need more, so we'll see how it pans out this offseason. Either way, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, because it all helps out the channel, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.